What a spiritual awakening actually is the moment you wake up to who your soul is. It's when you start remembering that you are not here for just a normal human experience. You are here to evolve and change the planet in some way. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Empowered Life channel. My name is Emma Louise, and I am so thankful your soul led you here. So today's video I thought was very fitting because there are a lot of people waking up and having their spiritual awakening. And a lot of that reason is due to what is happening in our world right now. And if you don't know, we are going through the Great Awakening. And what that means is the whole world is raising its consciousness. It's leveling up. In order to do that, things have to change. Some things have to fail. Some things have to fall down and completely break apart to then build something even stronger and even better. And that is somewhat what happens to our own journey through spiritual awakening. What a spiritual awakening actually is the moment you wake up to who your soul is. It's when you start remembering that you are not here for just a normal human experience. You are here to evolve and change the planet in some way. There are some common misconceptions when it comes to a spiritual awakening. Like one day you all of a sudden just wake up and you're spiritual and you're really, really happy and everything just goes your way. While yes, you are happy and a lot of things can seem to go your way, what actually happens in a spiritual awakening is all of your beliefs, all of the truths that you had up until that moment, all of a sudden fall apart and you realize none of that was actually you. And you really have to start stripping down everything that you learned from society and your parents and people around you. Not their fault. But now when you wake up, you realize none of that is your truth. It becomes time to start doing the inner work to really build and get to know your soul on a whole other level. So number one, what happens? And why does a spiritual awakening happen? You begin to see life through a different lens. You start paying attention to how the universe actually works and all of the signs that we get every single day, from triggers to reflections and relationships. You begin to see everything in a different way. Number two, you begin to live from your soul and you begin stripping away the ego. When you live an ego-based life, what that means is you are living from a place of fear, or you're living to please others. You're living to keep up this image that you think will be good. But when you're waking up, you realize it's not about how it looks from the outside. It's about leading from your soul and actually asking why you were born, why you were created, and living from that place. Number three, when you shift from 3D living to 5D living, 3D is fear. It is guilt and anger and resentment and shame, and 5D is love and enlightenment, neutrality, everything that's very light and a high frequency. Spiritual awakenings are not easy. They are not. But when they happen, it's the moment that the universe knew that you were ready to understand why your soul came here. The universe knew that it was your time to step into your truth and your power. When I started my spiritual awakening, it completely stripped everything that I ever knew about myself right away. And it was a lot to process. It was a lot to handle. A lot of times what comes with your spiritual awakening is change and loss. You can lose a lot of friends that you used to have. You can lose some family. You can lose relationships. A lot of things just happen to go away, not in a bad way, but what the universe is doing there is realigning you with your new soul way of life. It will realign you with a change that will help you. It will realign you with relationships that fit your new way of living. Here are 3 tips just to help you throughout this process. Number 1, look at both sides. There's always going to be a balance. There's always a positive and there is always a negative. So instead of looking at all of the things that are happening to you, start seeing the good side. Start seeing the positive of what the spiritual awakening is bringing to you. Number 2, know that it's okay to have things fall apart. It's okay to have your life fall apart. It's okay to have certain things end. It's okay to not be okay. Don't put any pressure on yourself to get your life together fast. Allow the process of whatever needs to happen during your spiritual awakening. Number 3, know that you will be stronger than ever before. Keep going. Keep looking at what the universe is bringing to you. Keep looking at what they're taking away. And just know, like I said already, there is always a positive and there is always a negative. The whole point of a spiritual awakening is just to show you that it's time for your soul to live its life. It's time for you to strip away society's beliefs. It's time for you to start deciding how you want to live and how your soul chose to live. As always, choose to live empowered, and I will see you on the next video.